I'm gonna give you a chance to be self-deprecating for a little bit. What jokes that Deadpool hasn't made about Ryan Reynolds do you see him doing? Jokes about any other point in your career other than Green Lantern?
Oh boy. There's a whole lot of runway left there. So, yeah, God, I can feel my own organs crawling back into my body. There's a lot of other stuff. We have some marketing material that is yet to be released. It's going to be pretty fun. I'll just say that. We'll cover a little bit more of that. But Ryan Reynolds is probably the greatest target Deadpool could ever have. Partly because he can take it, and partly because he deserves it. But also it's just so weird and meta and so much fun for me. I don't know. I don't know. That's always been my strength in my career, in my life, is just being able to kind of take the piss out of myself, which is a weird way to kind of use people's energy against them, like judo. So, I don't know. If you can laugh at yourself, no one can hurt you. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Siguiente pregunta, código Nicolás Ruiz. Nicolás?
Hi. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Oh yes.
So when do you ever miss like this handsome avocado face and that sexy ass red suit when you leave Deadpool behind and you become like just Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, I don't miss this. The suit is not like, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing a lazy boy sofa or anything, but it's a privilege to wear it. But no, I don't miss it so much because Deadpool sort of is like a year-round job. It doesn't sort of stop. And, when we finished Deadpool 1, we were right into Deadpool 2. So I don't really even get to make other films. I haven't really made another film in a long time, so it's unless it's like a short thing I can kind of get in and out on. So yeah, I miss it. I miss that freedom. When I put that suit on, I kind of become a different person and just sort of, I don't know, I feel really, really free in it. So it's strange, but yeah, it's also nice to take it off and give it a break.
And one other thing, just about have you ever taken it out for, I don't know, a gala or picking up your kids or I don't know, doing a festival in Mexico, going to eat tacos?
Yeah, I should. I've done some trick-or-treating with it. I do have one at home that I stole, which I have no problem admitting to, because I waited 10 years to do the movie. If you want the suit back, come and fucking take it. No, I did some trick-or-treating with it. But otherwise, no. It's not easy to get on. It's like 25 minutes, 30 minutes just to get that sucker on, and then and then you're just overheating the whole time. So, and I can't actually get the mask off without help. So my worst fear, I have two terrible fears about the mask. One is throwing up inside the mask, and the other one is just somehow being left to die in the mask. The guy that comes to help me, Art, his name is Art, to take the mask off just somehow disappears at the end of the day, and I'm left to die in the mask. That's my other fear. It's just, because I can just see the coroner at the hospital just going, Deadpool. They should have made a fucking Velcro mask. Why did they zip this? I don't get it. Yeah.
Siguiente pregunta, el clásico de MX, Mirna Calzada.
Hi Ryan. Hi, Mirna Calzada. I have a question. You see all the teenagers, ever since they were little kids, they figure superheroes are role models. And most of them grow up to be their role models when they feel like a little outcast, or they feel like a little misfit between what would be the bunch. Now there's a lot of gun violence, and there's no violence between teenagers because they feel outcast. Teen may turn out to be the perfect way to prove out and shoot everyone because they're just angry. And I think it would be a very interesting thing for them to know that superheroes get to be a metaphor, and guns or violence are also a metaphor of other kinds of superpowers. So what would be your message for these kids and for kids all over the world would be?
I think, like, I sort of have always thought, like, the filming and the movie stuff aside, I think that, there's great value in dialogue, and I think that, like, we don't teach kids how to speak to one another. I think they don't teach empathy in school, and I really do believe that if they taught empathy in school at a young age, it would change the world. I think young kids don't understand the concept of it, and why would they if they're not taught it, or if it's not emphasized in schools or anywhere else? I really do think that one word, empathy, is like, it would unlock so much on this planet. And so yeah, I think changing the way that we teach kids is one thing that I think would be really beneficial, and also just allowing kids to be different and allowing kids to feel things that they, we're still catching up to our most idealistic versions of ourselves, and it takes a long time. It takes a generation to just sort of move that needle a little bit. So, I don't know. I meet lots of kids, and I get to talk to lots of kids, and I see how they don't really feel seen. And that's sort of, so for me, I think it's empathy. I would love to. There's something in New York called the Empathy Project, which I really think is amazing, and it's a group of artists together that are sort of forwarding that message and that idea through schooling and through short films and all kinds of stuff. And, I'd love to see that become something more mainstream.
What do you feel about gun control?
About gun control? I mean, I grew up in Canada, so like the fact that you can go into a store and buy a gun to me is just as alien as just being able to just also go to Walmart and purchase a UFO. I don't know. That just seems kind of insane to me. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't make any bones about that. I'm happy to see some more gun control in place, certainly in the United States. But where I grew up, there was guns were used for hunting, and I think that was largely it. There really aren't, there isn't really access.
Siguiente pregunta, Dix Gabriela Nava.